Don't you worry, the clip's about to begin, but don't forget to subscribe. Or else, don't make me turn this website around.
That's something that I'm really on the fence about, is an afterlife existing. Like, I just really, really want an afterlife to exist because my mom passed away when I was 16, and I'm 39 now.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the biggest things that has kept me going during the really, really dark times is the thought that, you know, if I, say, don't die of natural causes like my mom did, I won't go to the same place of afterlife that she did, aka heaven. And like, that's just something that had kept me going. So now I'm facing the whole thing about an afterlife not existing. So then that means that I won't ever get to see my mom again or interact with her, and it so it's like almost like a whole new form of grief, because it's like it's like almost like a loss that, like, with I'll never see her again.
Because you
And so
previously
it's
would
like
have
I've
thought that
lost.
there was going to be the opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm really
And
sorry that you're
so,
going
and that,
through that.
thanks.
I really
This is really
legitimately
hard
am.
because.
It's one of
Sorry,
the,
what?
or to me, the ideas of an afterlife is one of the, the top selling point, like where religion can get you, because it's that hope for something that no one else can promise you. No one else can say, you're going to get to see your loved ones again. You're going to get to continue to exist after this. But somehow, some way, religions seem to have that promise, and it compels and convinces people to buy in, because that's the one thing that if you could have, you would, right? So people will find a way to reconcile whatever they need to mentally to hold that belief, because that belief is tantamount to a hope that they can't get elsewhere. So when you come to the reconciliation that maybe I got sold a bill of goods here, you're also grieving the loss of, to a certain degree, that hope that you were sold.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a position you didn't put yourself in. Somebody else put you in that position, or a system put you in that position. And I'm really, really, really sorry. It's not something that's easy to come to terms with, but it is something that I promise you can come to terms with. You often hear people say, what was it like before you were born? That's what I think it's probably going to be like when I'm gone. Pretty much identical to what it was like before I was born. So, and that helps me sort of reconcile myself with that, because if it's anything like what it was like before I was born, I won't be much bothered because I didn't much care at that point, because I didn't exist. I know that's hard to relinquish. It's incredibly difficult to relinquish that as a concept, the cessation of existence, because it's pretty much all we have. But if you spend the one existence you have being concerned about whether or not you're going to be able to eternally propagate it, you're going to miss out on the moments that you do have. And once you realize that the moments that you do have are all you get, they become exponentially more important to invest in.
Mhm. Yeah, for sure. Well, good news is I just started therapy. I had my first session on Friday, and
Oh, good. It's going well.
It's been going good so far.
Good.
And
Great.
so it's like I'm finally making those steps to get into a better mindset and
I'm so glad.
be able to live life better emotionally and mentally, for sure.
Great.
And
Allison, I'm glad.
try to get relationships started with the family who I don't have contact with and who I want to have contact with, and yeah, so
Good. Allison, I'm glad. And I hope you continue on that journey and it just gets healthy and broadens your horizons even more so than it already seems to have started. And thank you very much for calling. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I always appreciate hearing from you. I know you've called in a couple of times, so thank you for calling in again. We like hearing from you, Allison. Let us know. Call back again in a little bit and let us know how things are going. All right?
oh, will do, Shannon, and thanks, Hannah, and you both have a wonderful day, and yeah, I will talk to you again for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a good day. All right. We have, oh, I hate hearing that. That is so hard to deal with. It is, like, especially when you first come to the realization. It gets easier, I promise it. Like, it really does. Like, now at this point, I'm less concerned than I.
What I was struggling with the similar thing in terms of, like, because I went to a religious, school and stuff too, and we were told all the time, like, oh, your eternal reward, and you're gonna, get to live, And so when I stopped being religious and had to deal with the fact that no, all I have is here and now, and it's not guaranteed forever. It's very short, but you got to make the best out of it. I kind of had to flip the script mentally from feeling that I had lost something to realizing, for one thing, I'd been promised something that the people who told me, had no right to promise me, considering, doesn't exist as far as we know. And secondly, I needed to switch my thinking from, oh, something's been taken away, but to recognizing I'm very fortunate that I am alive and aware at all. And that's a bit of a, bias in that, of course, someone who is alive and conscious has to exist to think that. But nonetheless, it helped me get through it, recognizing, like, I'm alive now. I can, enjoy life with the people I care about, and that's valuable in and of itself, and I don't need some eternal other thing to validate my existence currently.
Oh, that's something. You should just interrupt me and talk more. I love hearing what you've got to think, Anna.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip for The Line. While you're here, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and then share this with that bitter uncle of yours who loves talking about the good old days.